So, welcome to Airline Manager 4. I'll be going over the user interface today. I'll be pressing all the buttons for you and give you a short explanation. I'll show you my profile first, so you know who I am. This is probably what you see when you open the game, so we'll just do it step by step. At the top here you have your account, and if you have more than one bank account it'll be shown here. The next one is your bonus points, which you can purchase or you can earn them through different things. Up here you have two bars, a green and a black. The green shows how much CO2 you have and the black one shows how much fuel. Next to that is your fan mail, everybody who writes to you. And finally the gear is your settings. You can choose your route prefix and so on. You can choose IATA codes or ICAO codes. You can change battery saving mode and chat window and so on. You can reset your account. Always remember to save your changes. Underneath that we have a green bar which shows your level progress. Each level gives you one training point, so we'll get to that later. If you open the left hand panel it will show you planes landed. Down here you have 4 different options. Planes in flight. If you scroll to the bottom one you'll see the duration when the plane will land. So 6 hours and 58 minutes. I'll be ready to depart again. You have the planes landed, planes parked, that's plane coming out of maintenance. And then you have pending, which are all the planes in maintenance. If we close that one, we have the map. I'll just zoom out. Up here in the corner you can zoom in and out, or you can do it with your fingers. The top corner you can choose light mode or dark mode. In light mode all names are given in the native language. In dark mode it's English all the way. If you've bought map options you can choose those. Really a waste of bonus points, but the choice is yours. You can choose daylight map and you can turn off the PAX routes and the cargo routes, but all it does is remove the lines. And you can remove your hubs and you can show the registration of each plane. But as you see, if you have a full fleet it's not much to look at. The map is really only for entertainment and you shouldn't be using it at all to make routes or anything else. Okay, so we go on to the next one. We take the first symbol on the right side. We'll show your profile. You have your share value if you've done your IPO. It'll show if you have cargo or charter. You have your airline reputation. You have your base. You have your fleet, how many routes, how many hubs, lounges. It'll show which types of planes you can fly, PAX and cargo. You have flights operated. I have 1 million plus flights. You have the number of classes departed or flown. You have cargo flown, and you have the alliance contribution if you're a part of an alliance. You have your airline level and when it was founded. If you won a tournament, which are no longer in action, it will be shown here. You have your awards. I'll show you those later. You have your achievements. And again, if you've done your IPO, you'll have your share graph right there and your fleet. at the top. You can choose staff. This is the different staff. You can keep their morale high. Not much to say about that. There's a trick on the boards I'll show you later called the $1 million tip, which will save you some money. You have training, different kinds of training. Again, if you're brand new, I would suggest going for the extra hangar spaces first. If you want to do the $1 million tip, you need to do this training, all of it. Choose the next tab, which is the high score. You have realism, easy, and if you want to watch your competitors, I'll show you there. You have alliances. Doctor is leading, and that's the first symbol. We'll choose the next one, fleet, or routes, sorry. Up here we're looking at fleet and routes. You can choose fleet and you will watch all your routes. You have planes parked. They're not on a route, they're parked. And you have planes pending maintenance. Up here you can order planes. If you have cargo, you can turn on cargo. And if you have charter, you can do that as well. That's all the manufacturers in the game. You can also choose show list, which will just list all the planes in the game by price, lowest price to highest price, or you can do a search for a specific model. Then you have research. This is where you find routes or airports. Enter the origin airport, enter the range. If you're in realism mode, you have to enter the minimum runway length, and you hit search. And up comes a selection of routes. Now they're sorted by distance, my max distance. You can sort them by economy, business, or first class. And if you're looking for cargo routes, you can search by cargo. And you can do an airport search. Let's just try it. We enter CPH, Copenhagen. You'll find it right there. Let's try one of the others. You can see you'll get a clearer picture of that. Oh, maybe we'll get back to that. The next symbol is fuel. This is where you buy fuel and CO2. Capacity is the size of your tank and how much room is in the tank, and this is what you're holding. So I'm currently holding 4 million pounds of fuel out of 52 million, which means there's room for 47 million. The same with the CO2. I'm currently holding 11 million. I have a tank of 32 million, so there's room for 20 something million pounds of CO2. Take the next. This is maintenance. As you can see, my fleet size, number of planes at hub, Warren, AC and HX due. If you press plan, this is where you can actually plan the maintenance. Right now they're sorted by wear, so most wear to least wear. You can sort them by A check, hours to A check. So the next one is 26 hours from A check. If you want to plan the A checks, press bulk check, and you can choose the ones you want to check. Go back to plan. You can check, do bulk repair, choose a percentage, and it will fix all planes below that percentage. So if I chose 20, I would get a list. That's it. Finally, we have hangars. This is where you buy hangar space. You can buy PAX hangars or cargo hangars. If you're brand new or you've just played for a while and you don't have cargo, there will be 10 slots reserved for cargo when you purchase it. And as you see, you can buy 10 hangar spots or 1 hangar spots. It's always cheaper to buy 10 at a time. My next 10 spots will cost me $3.3 trillion. It'll take a while to get there. So, take the next symbol. This is your finances. So, up here you have your history, as shown here. Money coming in, money going out. You can sort only by income and only by expensive, and you can get a summary. It's not very good, but there you are. Up here we have marketing. This is where you raise your reputation to get more people on your planes. You have the stock section, my current share value, investors, and people I've invested in. We'll take the next symbol. This is the boards and help. Best way to use the boards is the search box says keyword or leave empty. We press search, leave it empty, and now the topics will be sorted by most recent comment. So 9 minutes ago, sorry. Go back to the main page of the board. You have the different sections: general discussion, game help, error reporting, aviation news, AM news, game guides, and advertising. I'd suggest reading some of the pinned topics. Up here is the awards. As I showed you on my profile earlier, you can win any of these awards. You can only win them once, so if you play long enough, you'll probably get one. You have the same awards for realism and easy. These are the contenders for the next one. As you see, it 22 minutes they'll be awarded. Awards give you bonus points as well as having a small cup next to your name on the boards. I'll show you. Maybe I forgot to mention it, but up here on the boards you have topics. That's all my topics that I've ever made. You have comments. That's all my comments. You can just take the latest. And as you can see, there's a cup next to your name right there. So go back, and then you have most viewed, which is just the topics that have the most views. Yeah. We have the fact section, frequently asked questions. You'll probably find the answer to most of your questions here, so let's just choose something. What are the 2 bars at the top of the menu? As I explained, it's the CO2 quotas, and you have fuel tanks. That's the board. Underneath that you have events and tournaments. Tournaments are turned off at the moment, so no reason for that. If you've trained an event manager, you can have up to 10 event routes. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's your game. And finally, we have the bonus section. You can purchase bonus points and packages and so on. And you can play shipping manager and train manager. I think I forgot something on the left hand panel. I only did the bottom ones. At the top we have an overview, which is sort of like your profile, but the only difference is you have the current prices for fuel and CO2, and the most important is you can actually see how many planes are in flight. So I have a fleet of 381, but there's only 338 planes flying. The rest of them are in maintenance. Again, you'll get summary down here of income, expenses, and a summary. Right next to overview you have hubs. That's all my hubs. If you want to add a new hub, you can choose them by country and city. You can purchase lounges and repair them. If you choose a hub, this is where you add catering. There's currently catering running on this one, I think. Let's go to the next one. I can add catering, choose which kind of meal you want, the duration of the contract, and the number of meals. You purchase it. You have to do that for each hub if you want to do catering. Catering only works when the plane leaves your hub, not on the return flight. Yep, that's it. Even further up you have the gold star, which will bring you to your alliance page. This is my alliance. You can check other alliances by search criteria. We have seasons. We are at the top. We have the Hall of Fame, which like that. You can sort them by news, by size, by flights, by value. Open alliances, which still have space, and you can search for an alliance. You have the next page as well. If you press the small plane, you will see a departure list. It's not really worth it, but there it is. Yeah, I think that was the user interface. Of course, you have bonus button there as well. You have your alliance chat here, not currently working. Yeah, that's it. Good luck and happy flying.